Today, and they call it a protest for peace. Now, since these protests began, 8 people have died. Those deadly protests are also a call to action for many here in Southern California. And today, hundreds of demonstrators rallied to speak out against the Venezuelan government. NBC4's John Caddis-Klimak is live in Westwood tonight, where he talked to some local Venezuelans about the chaos in their homeland. John.
Chuck, we had an interesting moment happen out here. As folks were leaving the rally just a little while ago, we had so many stopping at our new...
John's mother is Cuban. She's also a Pedro Pan.
Our news van thanking us for being out here. The reason for that is, you know, we've been following what's happening in Venezuela. There's a media blackout. So because of that blackout on the inside of Venezuela, people here say it's so important to get that international attention on the outside. A national anthem touting freedom and liberty for a country that tonight feels it has neither.
Innocent civilians are being murdered.
Leo Rivera joined nearly 1,000 people outside the federal building in Westwood today, angry about what's happening in their homeland.
My dad had to hide under the bed, scared to death because he was going to get murdered.
At what point are they going to keep saying it's not a dictatorship?
Steve Wilcox just got back to L.A. this morning from Venezuela. He shared photos with us of what he witnessed.
A whole country can't be wrong, and for once, the majority of Venezuela is out in the streets, up in arms, angry, and they want justice.
And in a sea of Venezuelan pride, friends from El Salvador and Cuba join in.
What's happening in Venezuela already happened in Cuba.
This is our good friend, Adriana.
And I don't want my fellow Venezuelans to suffer what we Cubans have suffered. It means hope.
Natalia Mendez carried this sign, a devastating truth she says her country is learning the hard way.
We didn't believe in the voting system until 14 years ago when we realized what we had elected, because I didn't vote, and a bunch of these people didn't vote. We had taken it for granted what democracy is, and then when we wanted to take it back, everything was too corrupt.
The Venezuelan government denies communist ideals, but the opposition of President Nicolás Maduro says his regime has taken...
Maduro is a SOB representing the Castro communists, a puppet of the Castro brothers.
Has taken the country away from its idealistic roots.
We base our freedom and independence in the 1800s on the same values of the Americans. Somehow, in the name of the revolution, we lost all that. So we don't have freedom of speech. We don't have tolerance. If you think differently, you are shut down.
Tonight, Venezuelans on the outside send their hearts to those still on the inside.
And we will not leave them alone.
They handed out these t-shirts that I think is a testament of what they're feeling tonight. On the front, it says, Somos Venezuela, we are Venezuela. And look what it says on the back here. It says, El que se cansa, pierde, which means he who rests, loses.
John Caddis is really a good friend. We, as Cuban American, are very proud that he's making this report in Channel 4. Thank you to NBC LA for doing this.
Reporting live in Westwood, I'm John Caddis-Klimak, NBC4 News.